What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to replace spark plugs on a 2019 ZX6R. Alright, so starting off, the tools you're going to need is a Phillips and a flathead screwdriver, a 3mm, 4mm, and 5mm Allen key socket. You're going to need a 5/8 spark plug socket, and you're also going to need a ratchet with it's probably a 6-inch extension. And of course you're going to need your CR9E NGK spark plugs. First things first, we're going to want to remove the seat and then get this tank off. So to do that, put the key in the back, pop it off. Now that the seat's off, before we can remove the tank, we're going to have to remove this fairing on the side. So go ahead and get your 4mm Allen key and take off these 2 bolts in the front. Be sure not to lose the little plastic washers that come with it. They're very easy to drop. Alright, now once those are out, you should be able to just pull this off, but be very careful. Done. Okay, now that we have those 2 fairings off, we're going to go ahead and start removing the tank. So take your 5mm Allen key, come up to the front of the tank, and start taking these bolts off. There's 1. There's 2. After those 2 bolts are out, come to the sides with your 4mm and remove these 2 on the sides. So far, it's very simple. Alright, so now we're going to start taking the tank off. We're going to start by taking this little cable off here. You're going to want a flathead screwdriver. Put it up under a little tab, and it should loosen up and pull right out. There we go. Go ahead and disconnect these 2 tubes. It's gonna feel like it's gonna break or something. Just keep on pulling. See, slid right out. To get it back on, you might need to use like a wrench or something to get it up on, but just play with it a little bit. There we go. We're gonna take off this bolt holding the whole tank on that makes it swivel. The fuel line is still connected, but I'm gonna try to take that off after I move the tank. This is a 10mm. I recommend getting one of these if you have one, because using a socket is very difficult. A little bit of this off camera. I had to prop the tank up with the bungee cord, and I did this to get the clip on the fuel line off. So I used a very small needle nose pliers, put it right here, and just pinch it off. Once you get this off, it is a very tricky little bugger. A little bit of fuel in there, it's alright. Tank's off. Get out your Phillips, come to the top of the airbox. We're gonna want to try to remove this little bolt up here. You kind of gotta press it down. Sorry, I just had some Oreos. Gotta press it down. There we go. Comes off nice and easy. Done. Next, there's going to be 2 bolts on both sides. You're going to want to get out your 3mm hex, push in through with your extension. I don't know if you can see it, but it's connecting inside. Just loosen these bolts up. Alright, now that we've got it loose, just pull it right out. Look at that. Boom, done. We've hopped over to the other side and we're going to do the exact same thing. Removing this bolt up top and the ones on the sides, go ahead and remove these 8 screws. There's 3 here, 1 in the back, 1 in the middle. Once you do that, this should pop right off, and voila, there's your filter. And then you could, with a little bit of struggle, just pull this right up. Oh, it's getting caught in the cords. Now, I am going to keep these tubes in the back connected just for the sake of it. And voila, there's your packs. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go ahead and start disconnecting all the plugs. It's fairly simple, just push and pull. Alright, so I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do them in order, one by one. There it goes, there's one. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and do them one by one, but now that it's out, spark plug is exposed down there. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab my NGK CR9E spark plugs, along with my, where'd it go? Along with my 5/8 ratchet, or 5/8 spark plug socket rather. It's gonna feel loose almost the entire time you're doing it, so just check periodically and see if it came out. In my 5/8 socket has been sitting for too long and got bad and it wouldn't stick to the spark plug, so the alternative is to stick the coil pack back in and that should pull right out. As you can see, these are due for a change. They are very black. Let's pull out the new boy. Look at that. Big difference. Put that in there. We're going to send this to Shadow Realm. Alright, now to put them back in. Now when you're tightening these, don't over tighten, but make sure they are snug and locked in. Alright, so now it's semi-tight. Just gonna give it a little bit of a yeet. Done. Now put the coil pipe back in and do that for the other 3. Have all 4 new spark plugs in and the coil packs all back together and plugged in, we're going to go ahead and start putting things back together. Now with the airbox back on, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt to put the gas tank back on. Pretty much to do it, you gotta just reverse everything you did to take it off. Look at that, that is so sketchy. Let's give it a little test ride. What if it just blows up? Oh, she's healthy.